Hi, this is Denise Burke, and this is the Cancer Perspective, episode 2. Tonight, it's night, usually I'm doing this in the morning. Tonight's Cancer Perspective is going to be about intention. I was talking with a colleague today about kids today, and especially high schoolers. We're talking about our girls in high school and college application process and all of that. And we were talking about intention, and I was saying how what I try to guide my kids is for them to be healthy, happy, balanced, and doing things they enjoy. And so that's my intention. Instead of you have to get into the best college, you have to do AP classes, you have to push yourself, you have to study till you're midnight, till it's midnight. That's another intention. So whatever the intention the parent kind of projects onto the youth, or the youth picks up from peers or whatever, or both, really makes a difference. So when my daughter was a freshman in high school, she really mindfully, after struggling, admittedly, she struggled freshman year, first semester. And then we had a sit down and we talked about what her intention was. And I kind of reminded her and said to her that I'm not pressuring you to go to an Ivy League school or to get straight A's. I want you to be happy and I want you to enjoy high school. And you'll get into a college. It doesn't have to be the top tier colleges. There's really fine colleges that she can go to and she'll be fine and successful. So having that dialogue took a lot of pressure off of her. And then we really set the intention of what she wanted for her high school years. And so the intention wasn't to get into the best schools or to compete with, the craziness that happens in high school regarding pressure and fear. The intention was for her to enjoy high school, for her to enjoy time with her friends, and for her to really find her way academically, but do the best she can, and no pressure. And we'd, have her apply to some local universities or whatever, but just really no pressure. And as it turned out, because that was our intention, she enjoyed her high school years and she ended up with straight A's and doing so well that by last summer, we discussed it and realized she might have more options than we realized, and for her to then explore all the options that she wanted. But that was without all of that pressure. And there's no expectation, just an intention to enjoy her high school years, be well-rounded, which she is, and then do the best she can with her applications. And so that's intention. So the Cancer Perspective talk for today, setting your intention, is really, what is your intention? If you're a parent, what is the intention you say to your kids? Have you even thought about it? But even in our relationships, oftentimes, and I know I've done this in the past, you can enter into something and not really fully thinking about what your intention is. And without that, so much is missing, whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, a move. A lot of times people are in reactive mode and kind of like the pinball machine, just bouncing off of things and reacting, responding, and not really sitting with, let me stop this right now and let me really think about what I want and let me make a mindful decision. And that takes some time, of course, because that goes back to episode 1, which I just did. And I talked about stop the running, and you can't take it with you. You have to stop running to also do this, to follow through with what is my intention. If you're running all the time, you're in reaction mode, you're in survival mode, and you're not really taking that time to sort things out. I've realized patience as well. Even this process of my cancer journey has been patience. The cancer is not going to go away overnight. This study, takes time. The medicines take time. Even chemo took time. Everything takes time. But really dialing it back for me, taking time for introspection, and also getting out of fight or flight. I mean, if anyone could be in fight or flight, it's obviously somebody with cancer. And that's the challenge. The challenge is for all of us, no matter what stress that we're undergoing, to realize we don't have to jump on that treadmill and be going so fast. We can step back and really take some time, sort things out, and think about what's going on, what we need, what are we feeling, how do we want to move forward. I also notice I'm doing that more in my personal life. And even though I may have thoughts or feelings about what I want to do, I sit with it first and I'm kind of contemplating and gathering information and combining my intuition along with insight and forethought, reflection. But really think about what your intentions and what your intentions are for anything that you do and everything. Not that we have to think absolutely everything through. I'm very intuition driven as well. And sometimes if my intuition says go right, I go right. I don't question it. But other things like helping my daughter set her intention for how she wanted her high school years to proceed. And we will set the intention and have that discussion after all of her acceptances have come in and really help her find the right college campus that's a good fit for her. Not about how things look, about what's the best fit for her, where's the best place for her. So regarding intention, just think about how intention driven are you? Do you even think about what you're thinking and why you're doing it? Social media is another great example. So think about what your intention is. Sometimes people just want likes or they're needing that validation or whatever it is, or sending a message or inspiring others. What is the intention? Knowing that just kind of helps you know yourself. That's what introspection is about, and growth. I know that I love doing these videos. My intention is that I have a lot of life to give and a lot of love. And if I can help others through their journey with whatever you're going through, then I want to do that. And I'm trying to find creative ways to reach out and help people. In addition, being given a cancer diagnosis means I don't know how long I'm going to be here on this earth. I don't know when God will call me home. And with that said, I would love to leave something behind for my children and their children. Something that they can pull up and say, online, because it's out there for the world. Hey, that's mom, that's grandma, that's great grandma. Trying to leave something behind for my children, like a legacy. So those are the two reasons why. That's my intention of doing these videos. Anyway, let's be intention driven and mindful. This is Denise Burke, and this is The Cancer Perspective, episode 2. Have a good night.